the game more clearly with high-definition spectacle lenses from Norville Opticians.
Laurie, how much of a step up is this week's contest against Wasps compared to last week's against Newcastle for you?
Well, Wasps have been in great form. They've obviously been outstanding in Europe through the whole of the season, and their recent performances, obviously an enormous win over Saracens away from home, and another quality performance against Harlequins on the weekend. So they're definitely flying high at the moment, and will be enormously challenging for us.
As much of a challenge for your defence as anything, because they do seem to be scoring points and tries very freely at the moment.
They are. Look, they've got a real freedom in their attacking game and a real belief in what they're doing. So we've obviously made some great inroads defensively and conceded 2 tries in our last 4 games, but we'll certainly be tested this weekend.
How much, though, can the confidence that you can take from that improving defence just sort of give your players the confidence to actually go out there and trust their defence?
Well, that's right. Like, if you're not conceding tries, you're obviously doing something right. And we've got a good system in place. We've got good buy-in from the players. We've got pretty good execution for the most part. So yeah, that's a good starting point. Like, we'll be sorely tested. They've got powerful forward carries. They run great angles. They got speed on edges. They got feet. Got great vision and options in their game. So we'll be tested all over the park, and that'll be. I guess we'll get a real idea of how we're travelling after that 80 minutes.
In some games, there's been a case where David said to us afterwards, actually it was almost a game where it was easier not to have the ball. With Wasps so threatening, presumably the reverse is, true, that actually you really want the ball, you want possession in this match.
Well, you just want to take a balanced approach. So, again, you don't want to be playing a huge amount of football out of your end, and that's not our style of play. So it's about still having an element of pragmatism in how you play. There's nothing wrong with kicking the ball. You've just got to make sure you kick chase and your defence thereafter is spot on, your pressure type game. So, we won't be changing what we're trying to do dramatically for the opposition. We'll be trying to play our game. But you're right, we've got to find some space on the field, we've got to muscle up on some carry, we've got to get some tempo in our game, but certainly balance and pragmatism will win out still.
Has there been a noticeable sort of extra spring in the step of the players this week, having got that 4-try bonus against Newcastle? Because that's one of the things that's been sort of missing so often for Gloucester this year. Has that sort of got a monkey off the back?
Well, it certainly just change your perspective coming in on a Monday morning. So, winning does that, winning well does that, and obviously maximising the points out of the game does that. So it's certainly a lot easier working in your training week, coming off a weekend that's provided that for you than otherwise. So we were pleased to score some good tries. We're pleased with the tempo we were able to put on the game. I think we threw over 200 passes in the game, so played a lot of football and showed some excellent skill.
Not often you get back-to-back home games in the Premiership, so I suppose an opportunity there to continue to cash in if you can get the performance.
Well, Kingsholm's a great venue for us, and we get wonderful support and tremendous inspiration at that venue. So it's always handy when you're playing at home, and that gives us our best chance of playing our best, I guess. So we really want to put in a performance that we're trying to build that resilience and real pride at performing at home. So I think you'll see us putting our best foot forward. It just remains to be seen against an absolute quality side at the top of their game, whether that's going to be good enough. Well, the key to beating them is to believe that you can initially. So I think if you go out there with a strategy of just minimising their impact, I think you'll be in trouble. I think you've got to go out there with a genuine belief that if you play well, particularly at our home, that we can do the job. So it's believing in what we do and then producing that for 80 minutes.